Welcome, everyone. This is going to be Lanterns of London, episode 12. Wow, we've got an even dozen now. We left off with our lanterns gathered in the Whitechapel Matchstick Factory in the drawing room, having prepared their equipment, having prepared themselves, having prepared gambits to rescue Catherine Sato from Kirkstone Monastery, occupied by the Ordo Flammae. The heavy oak table is laden with sandwiches and food, strong tea. In late December, the sun has already started to dip behind the horizon as we get into late afternoon, as you make your plans to rescue your friend. Who would like to start the conversation?
Well, to begin with, we ought to take stock of what we have. I assume we all have our individual bits of gear. Actually, out of curiosity, did we already aware of the phosphorus bomb that they made?
I believe so.
Have they mentioned it? Okay, cool. Well, I was thinking perhaps we could use that as our opening move.
So you're not aware. You don't know it's there.
Oh, sorry, didn't realize. Okay. In terms of an assault, I think it would be best if myself and Mr. Carleone were in the front. We are melee fighters after all. Those of you who are more familiar with firearms, Dr. Rice and Father Wolf, you can cover us from behind. Edmund, how are you when it comes to combat? Is there anything you excel in?
I excel in running away very quickly. I mean, there's not much I can do from a melee point of view. I've never fired a weapon so much as seen one. It's not an area of specialty for me. But what I can do is I could probably, I don't know, what do you reckon, Dr. Rice? Take down a wall? Maybe an outbuilding?
I am still considering the best use of what we've created, whether as a weapon or as a distraction.
Yeah.
Or as some kind of leveler, so to speak.
Yeah, I think leveler is a very good phrase to use with this.
Place them at a disadvantage.
Suffice to say we have options of a combustible nature. And again, that glint just comes into his eye just for a moment. And there's a bit of delirium in there as well, with the idea sparking in his head.
Well, if we have access to an explosive device, I'm of the opinion that ought to be our opening move. It will disorient them, it will level many of them, as you say, and it will mean that all we will have to do is, well, pick off the scavengers, for lack of a better term.
Apologies, by leveling I meant evening the playing field, taking them by surprise, perhaps destroying their resources.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was thinking much more literally. Like, literally just level a hill. It would be hilarious.
Don't worry about that, Edmund. I was thinking the same thing.
I was thinking both, but...
Do we know anything about the layout of this place? I'm wondering if it'd be worthwhile trying to find out something about this building. Is it a set of buildings? Do we know anything about it? Like, anything at all? Because it feels going in a bit blind if we don't know something about it.
A fair point.
I mean, it might have a whole bunch of underground Warrenus caves or something.
Perhaps we should draw up multiple ideas and then settle on one once we see the layout.
That works for me.
Regardless, I think we should stick to that pattern once we begin our offensive. We can modify it as needs be. Edmund, if you would prefer, you can, well, not stay behind, but if you would prefer not to be involved in the melee itself, then that's completely understandable.
I'm just thinking, what's the best way to do this? So, for example, if we were to cause some kind of, as Dr. Rice suggests, large-scale destruction external to the premises, that would then incline the people inside to exfiltrate from the building and investigate basically to make them all come outside, and then we can have them all in one place and do as we need to do, or at least get a good number of them outside.
There isn't many places in London we can set that off without harming others who don't deserve it.
Do we have a map of London? Is that a thing I might reasonably own, given resources?
I'd say yes.
Is it close enough that we can see, like, is this in a very congested or tightly populated area?
This is out in the country outside of the north of London.
Oh, I have wonderful news for everyone.
This sits in its own little isolated pocket of woodland.
Good news. Also, Edmund, exfiltrated.
I don't know what came over me. I think I've been spending too much time around you.
Noted.
Should we try and talk to these people?
I doubt they will listen.
In the smallest atom of fairness, we don't know how they operate. We don't really know who they are. All we know is that they've done something unconscionable. If you think that you could acquire some intelligence by talking to them without setting them on edge, I'm open to that. But failing that, Tristan punctuates his sentence by he's been handling a knife ever since Alice called him a close range fighter, and he just throws it across the room and nails it against one of the rafters.
There's a sound by the outside of the door when you do that.
Tristan goes over to investigate.
Margaret's trying to look busy when you open the door.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were we disturbing you?
Oh, no, of course not, love. Of course not. Well, how the fuck am I going to get that down from there?
I'll get that down from there. I put it there. That's on me. You've no need to worry about that. Anything that I put somewhere, you can just assume that I'm going to be responsible for getting it down.
Right, you are then. Okay, I couldn't help but overhear.
One does that in the eaves.
Well, look, I can't say I know Catherine that well, but she's helped me out when I've been ill. She's helped out a bunch of people. She's a good sort. If these fuckers, whoever they are, have taken her, what's up? Well, like none of you have ever done a... What's objective number 1, lads, ladies?
Get Catherine.
And if you come in the front, all guns blazing, what do you think the first thing they're going to do is?
Take her somewhere else or kill her.
You're thinking like soldiers. She's looking at Nathaniel. I think like a thief.
We need to sneak in.
Well, if we gotten in, I mean, what do we know about them?
They apparently recruit priests.
Edmund will slowly turn to look pointedly at Nathaniel.
I could go and visit the cardinal. But as for the rest of you, I doubt they'd let you in.
Well, we don't need to get in through the front door. Once we get there, I'm sure we can locate some points of ingress.
There is another way.
Do tell.
Well, Miss Sato got arrested. Easiest way to get to where she is for someone else to get arrested. For the same reason. And she's gonna... Nathaniel's gonna, like, glance over at Oliviera for just a second before he catches himself. Not that I want any of you to go through that.
I can do it.
Oh?
Take me as a prisoner. Well, prisoner. I shall pretend to be, well, someone claiming to be innocent of witchcraft. Perhaps a potential confederate of Miss Sato's. Once I'm in, well, we can figure out where she is.
You wouldn't just turn yourself over, though.
They wouldn't be able to keep me.
You'd have to be brought in by someone.
Yes, indeed. And she's going to look over at Nathaniel.
I mean, this sounds dangerous. Let's not.
I'll do it.
I mean, surely all it would need would be Father Wolf turning up with somebody going, oh, he is an accomplice of...
Mm-hmm.
Alice. I know that you're capable. I know that you're dangerous. I know that you're clever.
Thank you.
But with my background, my career, my appearance, I think I'm a far more likely candidate for suspicion than you are. Your whole life is built on, if I may be so bold as to say this, appearing more delicate and innocent than you really are. I have never paid attention to such trifles. I do not really care how outlandish or how strident people view me to be in my practices and in my beliefs. I think it is more believable for it to be me. But I do not wish to deny you the opportunity to showcase and to use your talents should you wish to badly enough.
I never wish to, but I will if the need arises. But there is logic in what you say.
If they are to interrogate someone about science, apothecary, potential witchcraft, it's what I do. It's
Indeed.
my life.
And you do it well. That makes sense. Very well. I
Plus-
concede the position of prisoner to you.
You are all planning, if I may say, violent delights. My oath forbids me from harming others. It does not forbid me from aiding my friends in doing so in a worthy cause. I'd feel more at ease being a spy on the inside than the artillery without.
So, I bring you in, but we make sure that you have a way out. Something hidden on you, so you can save Catherine. Maybe hand over something of yours to Edmund, so we can find you. That is, if Skip is coming along. This might be too dangerous.
He looks down at Skip, who just wags his tail a couple of times. Yeah, no, it'll be fine. We've got some more tricks up our sleeve, don't we, Skip?
Okay.
She hands over a pair of gloves that she often wears.
If I may be so bold, he's going to take the gloves off you, and in one smooth motion, so kind of rapid and unexpected that you don't have time to do anything other than just react and do, he's going to pick up Skip and put Skip in your arms so he can get a really good sniff of you.
Oh.
That works.
Hello, little one. Just kind of give him a bit of a ruffle.
He'll sort of snuffle into your neck a little bit.
Aww.
He ain't forgetting that.
Wonderful.
You've missed a piece. Just not to teach Granny to suck eggs, but you'll need a getaway driver.
This is true.
That suggests we need to get their driver.
True. If the carriage is still there, we might be able to take it once we leave.
Well, that's if you need two, but as he says, you'll need one to get there. Mr. Carleo, can I borrow a few bob?
He hands her, I don't know, 10 pounds.
Excellent. Right. Well, I will be back shortly. And as she goes towards the door, she'll look back at you subtly. She presses her foot down on one of the floorboards near the edge of the room, reaches down and just plucks a large bag, slips it off the barrel of the shotgun momentarily, slips it back on and just hoists it over his shoulder, and then walks out of the door.
That woman has lived an interesting life, and we really must hear more about it if we survive this.
We survive this.
Well,
If we do, then we too shall have interesting tales to tell. No?
Indeed.
Is there anything else as part of the planning you wish to do before you set off towards Kirkstone Monastery?
How big is that phosphorus bomb?
It's pretty big.
It's the size of a decent cooking pan.
It's the size of a very large soup pan.
Hmm.
That is what it is, essentially, just filled with red phosphorus as a trigger and essentially a ticking fuse.
Olivia, I would like to... Sorry,
does it have a timed detonation?
I will say, given the absurd rolls these two are able to make, it has a timed detonation fuse, yeah.
If I can suggest that it would be a similar sort of mechanism to my light grenade things.
Actually, essentially, it is just half of one of those embedded into the chemical, just that you can wind to a degree where it will go off at a specific point.
I have a really nasty idea. Can I tell you all about it? Can we put that in a locked trunk, take it with us, and tell the people in the monastery that it's Oliviera's possessions? So they carry it inside, and it goes off after a while? The danger is one of us being near the blast when it goes off. That's the risk.
Or Catherine.
Or Catherine, yeah. So, Oliviera, if you see that trunk, you need to make a break for it.
Okay. As final preparation, Oliviera would like to go to her lab and take a selection of bottles of, liquid ointment, whatever it is she's been cooking up. Anything that looks particularly vivid and potentially incriminating, and put them into her bag. She's basically setting the scene for, if you've been caught out, this is the kind of stuff we'd find on you, whatever that may be.
Several human brains, I'll remind you, but I suppose you can always just stick with something slightly less incriminating than that. You can make sure you've got things that you can essentially you've got all your apothecary supplies.
I've still got Catherine's books in my bag.
I was about to say, yeah.
You do have all
Tristan would ask for them back.
Oh, yes. Okay, we're good. Just a couple of bottles. And then
No. Tristan asks for them back, pointedly.
Oh?
You have the books. The ones that we picked up after the fire.
It proves a connection to her. It makes me look more suspicious, no?
You can do that with one book.
Okay, one book.
Can I rifle through and try and guess which one is not Catherine's favorite?
Yeah, there's one that just looks like it's not been used that much, essentially.
Yep, I take the other ones and put them in place.
You can leave the books. I'll tell them I've burned them already. Just me saying that I've found them on you is enough.
The sound of a carriage drawing up outside comes to your ears.
Sounds like our
driver. Yes.
Transportation. Right.
I like the present.
So, Margaret pulls up outside with a fairly large carriage that she's been able to acquire. You were all piling in. It's a slightly tight squeeze, but you're able to fit inside. Skip manages to hop up last between your feet.
I'm going to retcon that the timer and detonator for the phosphorus device is separate, so there's no chance of it accidentally being jiggled into detonation.
There's essentially a socket for it that you can place it in. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. That seems reasonable.
Yes.
May I also retcon something?
Sure.
Just going back to the picture. What position was Catherine in that?
Hands bound behind her back on her knees.
Cool, so I'm going to need my hands bound behind my back and some form of injury. At some point, Oliviera will have taken out a scalpel and cut her cheek. And she will have requested that someone tie her hands behind her back with string, rope, whatever we have.
Yep.
From my time... Sorry, you go first.
No, please, you.
From my time traveling from the Eastern continent to England, would I have picked up a knot that Oliviera could undo rather easily without it looking like a knot that she could undo rather easily? Or would I have traveled by land? Because that is
aboard ship, you could have learned a knot that is effectively a knot that has a very quick pull that will unravel it. Yes, on your travel from the east. I see.
The knot a knot, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So effectively, there is a knot that has it is a knot. Your hands are tied behind your back. You are able to manipulate a loose end through your fingers and pull Oliviera in such a way as the binding will come loose. It looks like that isn't possible. I will say that is a reasonable thing for you to have been able to learn en route. Yeah.
Are we thinking the kind of Victorian stage magic kind of? Oh yeah, they're totally tied up before being dumped in this tank of water type thing.
Similar vibe. Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
The sound of cracking reins and the carriage moves. It's about an hour and a half carriage ride, far enough out to reach the edge of this woodland. Is there anything you would want to discuss en route, or would this kind of be done in relative silence?
Just one quick thing. Alice is going to sort of like take a second and she's going to be quiet about it, but considering the, place we're in, I'm pretty sure everyone's going to hear anyway. She's going to sort of like lean over to Edmund and Nathaniel, who I assume are close together, and just say, Edmund, I'd like to apologize beforehand.
Whatever for, Miss Alice?
Because you have seen me fight, but what you will see today is very different.
Okay.
I just wanted you to be aware of that, and well, I am sorry to say that you may not think me such a flower afterwards.
Oh, Miss Alice, no, not at all. Listen, I've been there myself. If it comes down to it, a good kick in the delicate areas of any gentleman will quite often bring them to their knees far quicker than any sermon will. So you do what you need to do, Miss Alice. There's no such thing as a dirty fighter when it comes to this.
First, except from his book, there are many flowers that are coniferous.
Indeed.
Edmund is completely bamboozled by this concept. He has never heard of this, and he can't get the idea of a meat-eating plant out of his head.
In front of the carriage, you just hear, "There's flowers. What eat people?"
Well,
Edmund nods
insects,
but
yes. Well, insects, but yes, the Venus flytrap, but this is not the time. I would also like to let you, and you as well, Father Wolf, know. I've already spoken to Mr. Carleone and indirectly Dr. Rice about this, but there are some things I should like to explain to you once this is all over.
Alright. Well,
thank you.
Once we're through the night, and once we've got Catherine Sato where she needs to be, back where it's right and proper, we can Oh, that's a thought. When we rescue her, she can't go back to her place, can she? She'll need to come and stay with us.
Most likely. At least for a time.
Okay.
There's enough space. But
more than enough.
We must be aware, put even more of a target on our backs. I have made some preparations in light of recent events, but we must be aware.
Fine by me.
Vigilant.
So, what is the plan when we get there? Like, I know we're looking to drop you off as the sacrificial lamb, if you'll forgive me. But then what?
Well, provided the trunk is going inside, I imagine that once it goes off, there will be a large explosion. once the chaos ensues, we shall go inside, and in the chaos attempt to find and rescue Katrin. And, of course, stop anyone who gets in our way.
Okay. So, I can't give you an exact time on this. It's somewhere between 3 and 5 minutes-ish. But I can't give you, seconds. It just doesn't work that way. If I had more time, and that's not a disparage against your good self, Dr. Rice, but if I had more time, I'd be able to do something a bit more accurate. This was a bit of a cobbled together thing. Don't get me wrong, it was flipping inspired, if I do say so myself, but it was kind of winging a prayer sort of thing.
Are you looking to activate it straight away or try and get information first?
I think either I find a way to activate it once I'm inside, or you do, if they bring it to wherever you go. And then we make our escape.
I'm happy with whatever the plan is as far as greater minds and mine are concerned. I just want to make sure we know what we're doing, because at the moment I don't really know what we need from Skippy Dips and myself.
I think we approach with me first, see what we can do just with ourselves, and then the trunk should be the next stage.
All right.
I still think its primary use should be as a breach and as a distraction. But there is only so much we can do to control it once it is in someone else's hands.
Yeah, I suppose.
If it is used now.
Yeah, if we hand over a trunk of stuff and say it's your bits and bobs, they're going to want to look inside, aren't they?
Yes.
If they look inside and see a dirty big pot.
Or they'll be suspicious.
I would be.
In the wrong way.
Is there any way we could cover it up with something, such as those bits and bobs, so that they aren't liable to see it right away once they open the trunk?
I mean, maybe. My concern here is that someone brings in somebody with a trunk of stuff. My first thing I'm going to do is look through that trunk of stuff. I'm going to look through it all.
Essentially with us there, and
I can't get that out of my mind.
A fair point.
I could be completely wrong, and if I am, I'll hold my hands up and excuse myself. But Tristan, if somebody was bringing something into you with some kind of a prisoner, or Father Wolf, I'm sorry to put you in the position, back to kind of what might be whatever, but
I
if someone
volunteered.
brings something in for you with a case, tell me you're not going to want to look through that.
What if we fill the case with stones along with the bomb, lock it, and leave it in the wagon? Bear with me, I'm going somewhere. I present Dr. Rice along with her bag as evidence and instruct them to park our carriage somewhere where they can unload the trunk because it's really heavy. We steal their wagon along with our driver as a getaway vehicle, and then the bomb goes off wherever they put the carriage as a distraction while we search for the doctor and Miss Sato.
I think the bomb has greater potential as a distraction than as a weapon.
Yeah,
also,
not a bad
there's,
idea.
depending on the blast radius, there is the danger of structural instability being instigated, which might also potentially literally bring the roof down on our heads too.
We also don't know if this is where the Order operates, or if this is a place they're staying with other members of the clergy who might be innocent.
That too.
I like it.
We'll have a coach house. If we take their coach, we have a getaway vehicle.
Mm-hmm. We go in, we have a better idea of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And we decide from there.
Edmund, you can stay with the carriage and set it off, or activate it.
I can do that.
And then maybe Tristan, Alice, you could get off before we reach the monastery. Sneak closer through the woods. That way everyone will be in a relatively advantageous position.
And in the confusion, Edmund, you and Skip can come and find me. When the time comes.
Yeah, that works. Alright.
Okay. With that, it's very dark. Night has long since fallen as you make your way through the isolated pocket of woodland that Kirkstone Monastery sits in. Tristan and Alice disembark to head through the forest to the monastery's edge. Light flickers in windows at the shadowed buildings beyond a reasonably high stone wall. Margaret and Edmund hide inside the carriage as Nathaniel sits up front to drive it. A pull of a bell at the monastery's gate brings two cassocked individuals out to meet you. Who goes there?
My name is Father Wolf. I have someone I would like to present to the order that makes its home here.
Father. And as the man steps closer, just from your vantage point sat up front of the carriage where you can see a little bit over the gate, you can see this red-haired man is one of the ones who was ordained alongside you. What a week hence. Excellent. Open the gates, and the person with him will step forward and pull a heavy iron bar across, seemingly unlocking something as they do it, and pull one side of the gates wide as he pulls the other, revealing a large courtyard. There is two sort of wings on either side up ahead of you, and at the back a large domed building that looks to be essentially the chapel of the order. To the left there appears to be the coach house, the stables that they use to store their carriage. Who have you got?
A woman doctor from London. There was a case of some disease spreading through the city, and, well, while I was investigating it with my companion Edmund, she was the one who pointed me towards Sado's shop. They've worked together, apparently.
Make me a willpower influence roll. Give me a +2 from Faith.
Oh god, no. I rolled an 8 for 0 levels of success.
You do have drama points.
I am going to retroactively drama point this one.
Retroactively drama points get put up to a 13, which is 3 levels of success.
The way I'm drama pointing this is I'm gonna grab the bag and show the contents of it found this other person.
Excellent work, Brother Wolf. Father Sullivan said that you would be a good fit for us.
I am honored by Father Sullivan's opinion of me, as always.
Bring her with us. Ed will tell you go get this thing parked. So
I'll grab Dr. Rice and the bag.
You open the carriage door, and you can just see pressed into the corner as like Skip, Edmund, and Margaret all sort of like looking out, and like you just like grab Oliviera and haul her out, and like close the door. The other man steps up. He's darker haired and sort of whips the reins and starts taking the carriage over towards the coach house. While this red-headed man takes you in. You are walked through the large double doors on the right-hand wing of the monastery. I will take you to go and meet with the cardinal, then I'll take her down to the cells.
Mm-hmm.
He leads you in the direction of the chapel and up a set of stairs, opening a door to what appears to be a large study filled with books. There is the cardinal there. He is a man, probably late 50s, hair, salt and pepper, slicked back, with a thin moustache across his upper lip. Cardinal, it is Father Wolf. He has brought another witch, an associate of the one we have in holding. You may leave us, Liam. Take her down with the other one. You impress me, Nathaniel. With that, Oliviera, this man grabs the rope binding your wrists and violently pulls you backwards so that your arms strain backwards in the sockets. And then just starts guiding you down the stairs.
I'd like to spit towards his shoes, please. And look him in the face and say, "Fucking Philistine."
Okay.
Amazing.
Please take 7 points of damage as he just punches you so hard that your head slams against the stone on the side of the staircase.
Cool.
Keep your tongue behind your teeth, witch. And he'll just violently drag you up and start taking you further.
She goes with it.
Nathaniel, you are left alone in the room with the cardinal. Bookshelves line the walls of this fairly small study. He is sat at a desk. 2 chairs face him. He sits with his back to the window. Several candles burn on the desk to illuminate what it is reading. As you step closer, you can see it is a large leather-bound book, handwritten. There are pictures of herbs drawn into it. I take it then that Father Sullivan has told you of our order.
He has.
From the moment I met you and from hearing what Father Sullivan had said, I knew you belonged with us, my child.
Father Sullivan is a wise man.
He is. Though he has sometimes lacked the stomach for our work. But from what he has told me of you, you will have the fortitude to do what is necessary and what is right.
In my foolishness, I tried turning away from my life of violence. I'm reminded of the parable of the talents. We should not waste what is given to us by God. It is best that my talents be pointed towards good.
I am glad you have seen the light, my child. He closes the book. It is on the front. There is the evil eye with a needle pushed through it. This was taken from the witch that we already have in custody. Their talents do not come from God.
No.
Sit. Let us talk of your future. With Father Sullivan coming with us, we will need a representative in London.
I would be honored to do what is right for the people of London. I'm going to sit down and put the bag that I'm still holding on the chair next to mine.
Yeah. You were dragged down the flights of stairs you've gone up, and then down again into the cellars. There is a single lantern hanging on a hook. He grabs it and starts pushing you down this corridor. There are stone walls, like the enclosures that horses are kept in stables. There are no bars on any of these cells, and they are currently sat empty apart from when you reach the midway point of this corridor, and you can see chains coming from either wall to the right and the left hold her wrists at a height and with a tension that she can neither kneel nor stand. Her head is flopped forward in what looks to be unconsciousness, and there are visible wounds, bruising, and burns across the body of Catherine Sarso.
I have a question.
Yep.
When my head was slammed against that wall, what would have happened to my glasses?
They'd have probably come loose and fallen down.
Okay. Noted.
He will grab the rope and go to toss you essentially in the cell opposite Catherine's. Now, I am going to cut you loose, witch, and I am going to chain you. If you try anything, I will slit your throat. He pulls the knife from his belt and steps towards you. He grabs your hair, pushes your head down, and brings the knife up under the rope and cuts your hands loose, such that when they come loose, you're pushed forward, so you place your hands down to catch yourself.
Okay. How much time do I have before he does anything else?
seconds. He doesn't think you're resisting at this point. So if you want to do something, you do have a chance to do something.
Okay. I would like, not fatally, but I would like to push upwards into his torso with the concealed blade that is constantly hidden within my sleeve.
Yep, you can.
At a point that will incapacitate him, but not kill him, and buy me some time.
I will let you make an attack with your scalpel.
Thank you.
He's not going to be able to dodge because he doesn't know you're about to do this.
Cool. Apologies. For the sake of mechanics, what am I doing?
You're literally just rolling an attack with your scalpel. So pressing the button on the left of that weapon.
Cool. Got it.
Combat.
Okie dokie. It says I get a +2 to crime, I think, but I'm guessing that's not where we're at right now.
If you had to make a stealth roll, nothing about your behavior up until this point has disabused this man of the idea that he is the one in control and has the power. He doesn't see it coming.
Okay. Right.
Isn't that poetic?
Also, as far as
that
he's
is
aware,
13 for 3 levels of success.
3 levels of success and 8 points of damage.
Yep.
Okay. You bring this blade up and slash across his chest. I'm going to say you get a little bit of extra damage because he does not see it coming, and you're effectively able to slash into his chest in such a way that he stumbles back, roaring in pain. And Katrin's head snaps up as he does that, and she looks sort of blearily eyed across at you.
Okay. I would like to bring the scalpel round and put it at his throat, like this.
Yep.
And I would like to try and maneuver him backwards as much as I can towards where the chains are.
Pay for this witch.
I'm so sorry, Xander. Genuinely, I did not hear that at all. That cut out completely. Apologies.
You will pay for this witch. You will not get out of here alive.
Okay. Have I got him to the back where the chains are yet?
I'll say, yeah, you've got a knife to his throat, and he is completely taken aback by this.
He's backing up. I'd like to chain him to the wall, and I want him to see what my eyes are doing. And I want to look at him straight in the eye and say, no witch. Just science. And then chain him up to the wall.
I will say you are able to chain this man. Excellently played.
Thank you. And then I should probably see how Katrin's doing.
Oliviera. And with that, we are going to cut to the carriage comes to a stop in the stables. Someone gets down from the front. You hear the sound of someone heaving at the trunk at the back. My God, that's heavy. I'm not throwing my back out. And you just hear him this person walk away. Margaret looks to you going, right. Smash and grab?
Smash and grab sounds good to me.
Okay. Margaret eases up, opens the door, peeks her head out, drops down, and starts moving over to where she can see the other carriage and the neighbouring thing and start attaching the horses to it. I'll go get out that gate. I'll be waiting outside.
All right.
You go do what you need to, love.
Yep, of course. Okay.
Skip's looking up at you.
I drop one of the gloves on the ground for him to just get a good noseful of. And while he's getting a nose full of that, I'm going to plug the timer into the top of the pot, and I am going to turn it.
Okay.
I'm then going to pull down a blanket that would be used to cover the legs of the driver of the carriage in cold weather, particularly at this time of year, and I'm going to use that to make it look like it's just been dumped out of the carriage on the ground to cover up this particular large pot.
Gotcha.
And from there, we will make our way over to the edge of the outbuilding, have a look round, and try and work out how best to navigate our way towards somewhere that's going to be a position of concealment that would still permit us a line of sight of what's going on.
There are hedges and some ornamental plants that could conceal you en route to where you can see distantly. Time's a little bit murky here, but you can see where Oliviera and Father Nathaniel have just been taken inside the building. However, you can see two people walking back towards you. The man that you think has just stepped away has brought someone else with him to help him with the trunk. And as you're sort of looking around, wondering where to hide, yeah! And the carriage starts coming around. Their carriage comes out of the outbuilding going, who the devil is that? As Margaret just goes, fuck you! And someone starts riding the carriage at Pell out of the gate, and those two men turn and start chasing her.
Excellent.
You're able to sneak across the courtyard.
Love her so much.
We take the opportunity to move to a location that allows us cover, but with line of sight.
Yeah. You're able to start making your way, following Skip, across towards that building that you see Nathaniel and Oliviera go into. Outside the walls, you've made your way to the wall of the monastery. Tristan.
Have we just seen these two men run out?
Time, you're just arriving.
Okay.
So since the gate's not open, I guess we'll have to go over?
Well, the gate's currently open. It's just that it's where some people have actually just gone in with the carriage a minute or two before.
Okay, so we head in.
So are you heading over the wall? Because that's where it would be. It's open, but there would be people there, is what I'm saying, Nick.
Okay, then yes.
Can I get dexterity acrobatics from you both?
Can I help the first time, boost her up?
I'll say Alice can get over. If you're going second, you're able to boost Alice up, and Alice is able to sort of vault over fairly easily.
And so what was it?
Dexterity acrobatics.
Oof, just barely. 9 for 1 success level.
You make it over, and you're about to tumble off the wall and maybe make a little bit of noise as you land, and you can see two priests walking not only 10 feet away from you, thinking, oh god, they're going to catch me. At which point, bursting out of the coach house, riding the carriage, Margaret flies past, gives them the V's and goes, fuck you, and starts driving outside the gate, and they both sprint after her, and you just fall with a thud down into the hedges.
You know, I very much like her.
I fear that I'm going to have to give her a rise. Shall we?
As you are heading in and trying to get your bearings, you see ducking between the hedges and heading towards the building to your right are Edmund and Skip.
Follow that dog.
Edmund sidling up beside the two of you, Tristan and Alice.
They went in that building there. So my thinking is the time is of the essence, if you follow my meaning. And yeah, well, I'm gonna linger back here while we wait on that happening, and then I'm gonna go in and try and find Dr. Rice and presumably Miss Sato, wherever she may be.
Indeed, we will accompany you, and if anyone tries to stop us, we will stop them.
Of course. I've been working with Skip on a new command. If I say blackout, cover your eyes, okay?
Understood.
Thank you.
Nathaniel.
Mhm.
May I offer you a drink, my child?
I do not usually partake, but I feel it would be impolite to refuse.
He steps to a crystal decanter and pours out a couple of glasses of an amber liquid, places one in front of you. What has Father Sullivan told you of us?
He explained his mission back when him and I first met in the Orient.
Yes.
And, well, of course, Sato's shop. He gave me some context regarding to that. Not much else. He figured it would be best if I got all of the information at once.
He led me to understand that you have dealt with some of the sort of things that we hunt, and that you acquitted yourself well.
I did what I felt was needed. And some things have no right to exist if they put people in harm's way.
We are in agreement. The Bible teaches us that to work miracles is God's domain. These creatures, these deviants that subvert his creation so there can be no mercy for them. And he will pick up his glass and raise it towards you.
I'll pick up mine, clink his.
Tell me about the woman you have brought us.
A woman doctor who assisted me during some of these incidents that you've heard about. The more I was around her, the more I suspected there was more there than I thought. I found her today rescuing books from Sato's shop. That was all I needed to know.
This book. This is the book that was the most dangerous. It was probably this she was looking for. You have done well to bring her to us. If she had not fallen, she was going to soon enough.
How do we know which ones have fallen?
There are sometimes witch marks, changes to the eyes, the body, that indicate that someone is no longer the way they should be. But more often than not, it is possessions like this. And he reaches towards the bag and unclasps it, plucks one of the vials from inside. Like this. Witches' things. I fear that more and more women in this modern day will try to disguise witchcraft as medicine. You have done well to bring her to us now before she could do more harm. And before long, at which point there is an enormous, resounding as the window behind him lights up as the entirety of the coach house just erupts up into flame. And with that, I'm going to need everyone to roll me initiative.
Okay, can I do something? Because I will
let you have a surprise round.
I just wanted to do something as soon as the explosion goes off, but I'll do it in combat. That's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, I rolled really bad.
Oh.
I have a +5 on initiative. How is this possible?
I got
fighting first.
It's to 12. Ooh, I'm nowhere. Nathaniel and I respectively are nowhere near anyone else.
Okay, up at the top.
Having our own little private brawls.
Yeah.
Xander rolled terrible.
I really did. We have Alice, Tristan, Oliviera, we have who am I missing? Nathaniel, there we go. Right.
I love how Olivier is being incriminated for everything except the questionably ethical science.
I was trying to make a case against you without making a case against you.
I know. I feel like Nathaniel's just there, like, don't mention it. Just don't. I actually really want to, but don't.
Make her look suspicious without telling him about any of the suspicious things I've seen.
Oh, all the subtitles on this entire conversation with Nathaniel have been excellent.
And I would be remiss of me if I missed Skip, so.
Yeah, don't skip him.
Hey.
Ooh, I'm rolling terribly. Let's hope that continues.
Is this rigged? Is Roll20 just acting up today? Is that what this is?
To be clear to the audience, I have rolled nothing but ones, barring one of the, I think, several initiative rolls I've
No.
You've been saving them up for this.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh, apart from that.
Yeah, that's
Statistically unlikely, but entirely possible.
great for us. Yeah.
Okay.
Now just
Whose
go back
side
to
are the
rolling
gods
poorly,
on now? Who has God's favor at this point?
Okay. This explosion erupts, and I'm going to say Nathaniel, because of where he's placed, can get a surprise round.
Okay, great. I want to immediately pull out my gun and aim it at the Cardinal's face. I'm going to say Titus 1, verse 16. What is it?
What is that verse?
I'll read it to you. It is, they claim to know God, but by their actions they deny him. They are detestable, disobedient, and unfit for doing anything good.
He looks out the window for a moment. His head snaps to you. He almost goes slightly cross-eyed, looking at the barrel of the revolver. Ah. At the top of the round, we have Alice. This explosion goes off behind you, and all of you stood outside feel a wave of heat roll over your backs. As basically the entire coach house is just blown into the sky. There is a momentary, before it's cut off, winning of horses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, are the horses okay?
No, because they were attached to a carriage that just exploded.
Oh, no.
Godspeed.
And then a moment later, the sound of a roof just slamming back down to earth as this flame just spills out. Some of which does catch the opposite wing of the monastery from the one you were stood by. Alice.
Okay, so the plan is to follow Skip to find the others, get them out, and fight anyone along the way. So that's what she's gonna do. She's basically gonna, he already has the scent, so she's gonna, gesture him to go, and then she's going to rush after him.
Okay. I'll take it you're holding your action for him so that you can follow.
Yeah.
Tristan.
Same. I can't really do it. Unless surveying the landscape, is there anyone out here right now?
Not as yet. You suspect there will be very soon.
So I have two actions. Actually, we both do, I think. So do we we hold our whole turn, or can
I'm going to say you're holding you're allowing to delay your turn until you wish to act, but you need to specify what the trigger is for it.
Yeah, we'll take our turn after Skip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oliviera, you walk over to Katrin, having just chained this man up behind you, at which point you hear the enormous roar of this explosion.
Right on cue. I'd like to examine the chains, please.
They're held by a pin in each one. These are manacles that are held in place by a pin. They are not locked in any way. She can't reach them, so...
Okay, I undo them.
She collapses almost immediately under her own weight.
I make sure that I'm there for her to kind of catch her as she's falling.
Oh, that hurts so much.
I know, love, I know. Should we get out of here?
Please.
Okay. Can she stand? Is she too weak to stand? What's her kind of status?
She's badly injured.
Because I don't have any of my stuff with me, so I can't heal her or anything like that.
She's badly injured, however, once you sort of help her get situated, and once her arms sort of she moves her shoulders and winces, she's badly hurt. She gets her feet underneath her and she looks like she can stand.
Okay. What's the guy I've chained up doing? Is he saying or doing anything?
Bug-eyed and pulling at the chains and trying to get loose.
Okay. I take the rope and I tie it round his arms and shoulders, loop it round. And then I would
say that his arms have to be like this for him to be chained. So I don't really know how you're doing that.
I want to figure out a way, or if all else fails, I'll just use my scarf, I guess. I want to shut him up. I want to put something between his teeth and tie it at the back, and I figured the rope, if I could
the rope can literally, you can loop the rope around his mouth and just pull it into his suit to try and block any screaming. He is trying to yell for help, but at the moment
I'm gonna put a stop to that.
Yeah. You're able to sort of place the rope in his mouth, and that does sort of muffle the screams enough that it can't really be heard much beyond the corridor you're in.
As
snarling and trying to bite at you.
As I do so, I just kind of want to lean in and look at him and say, "This is going to hurt. Wait for a second, and then just leave." I'm just going to leave him.
that brings us to Katrin, who is going to sort of push his shoulder back slightly, step over to the man that you've just gagged, reach her hand into his belt and pull out a small club, and then knee him in the bollocks as hard as she can. And then she just follows you going, now we can leave.
Good. Off we go.
That will unfortunately bring us to the Cardinal, who is going to bring his foot up and kick the desk towards you. Reno. So that's going to be... With 3 levels of success, this desk goes flying towards you. The book flops into your chest, and the doctor's bag is knocked down, sliding across the floor. It knocks your aim off for a moment, but it only just serves to put some distance towards you, and he's then going to rush towards the door.
Okay.
Edmund.
I am going to reach into the bag at my side. Skip is going to side-eye me and sidle away nervously. I'm going to go, get here, now. I know you don't like it, but this is the best we've got right now. And I'm going to take out a small rolled-up item. And for those who are unfamiliar, the pill bug, or a type of kind of insect with kind of segments. I pull out a piece very similar to that of shaped leather that unrolls and can strap onto his back and act as protection for him, so that he is protected in the event if someone tries to attack him.
Did you make doggy armor?
I made dog armor.
I mean,
Amazing.
I think technically doggy barding.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, I made that, and that is that is going to be my action for this round. Just preparing him, and yeah.
He's a fortified boy.
Nathaniel.
I'm gonna shoot the cardinal. Obviously.
Please make me a firearms roll.
Is that the button left of revolver, or is that firearms
That is
and
the
my
buttons
skills?
left of revolver, yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah. I haven't done. Can I drama point this just because it's the first one?
You may.
Good.
Oh my god, we're actually getting him to spend a drama point?
Look at that. I rolled a 22 for 6 levels of success.
6 levels of success, meaning 25 points of damage. The gun goes off in your hand. There is the smell of cordite and fresh blood. As I say, I'll give him a chance to dodge it. He's not going to, but I can give him a chance.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Surely there's a penalty for trying
He
to
rolled a
dodge a
13.
gun.
He rolled a 13. You're dodging the aim, not the bullet. He rolls a 13. He does not dodge. As this bullet slams into his shoulder as he flies through the door, the wood of the door frame behind him splinters, and there is a splatter of blood. Yeah, that's the stuff.
Yep, that's it.
He
I might
snarls in pain.
I might walk closer to him, just so that if he tries to create more distance, that I'm
going to say he was on his way out the door when you shot him. He has still made distance, but you can get to the doorway following him. Which will bring us to the Ordo Flammae themselves. Opposite to the wing that you're currently stood in front of the doors of, double doors slam open, and 3 of the men wearing the long cassocks step out. They're looking towards the massive conflagration that used to be the coach house. I am going to roll notice checks for them. If any of them get a notice check of 3 success levels, then they will spot the small group outside the opposite wing. 2. levels of success. 1 level of success. 4 levels of success. The first 2 start dashing around the side of the building. The last one, who comes out last, is looking after them, then turns and sees the 3 of you and Skip stood at the opposite door. You there! And he just reaches into his belt and pulls out a truncheon, and the other 2 stop and turn, and all of them start running towards you. They will not reach you this turn, but they are getting towards you at this point. Which brings us to Skip, who's going to, now that he's got the thing on, just skitter in place for a moment, is replacing on the armor, and then just bolt into the door and sort of go through and start sort of skittering down the corridor. Those of you who have been holding your actions for Skip, what would you like to do?
Alice is straight up just going to rush the guy coming towards them, and, you know, I don't think the cane sword works quite the same way as the parasol, but she is still going to draw out the sword and just slice at him.
Okay, so you're going to
not a slash. Actually, she's going to like pull it out, spin it so that it's reverse grip, and try to stab it into his stomach.
Okay, make me an attack. He's going to attempt to dodge.
Okay, here it is. That's 17, 5 levels of success.
Oh! He rolled a 7 as you just plunge this sword into his gut, and he just and blood splatters out of his mouth. Yeah, he's already looking not well. You do have another action.
Nope, I'm keeping the defensive one just in case.
You're keeping the defensive action back. Tristan.
So we've got 2 more people running after us, right?
You've got 3. Alice is currently just shish kebabbed one of them.
That's the more. But yeah. I think Tristan's going to look at whichever one of them is closest first. And exactly what you think is going to happen. Like, the eyes ice over, the posture changes. There's this little flash of whiteness somewhere in the world. Would you say that seeing one of your friends get shish kebabbed is worth a penalty?
I'd say so.
Well, it's also another -5, too.
So is it a -7? Okay.
Uh-huh.
He physically can't succeed, but on his best possible roll, he rolled 5. Meaning that he got 0 levels of success. As one of them just stops mid-sprint towards you, skids to a stop, and you just hear the sound of something wet trickling down onto the gravel at his feet as he pisses himself and is just rooted to the spot in fear.
And then with his second action, Tristan turns to the other one and in a really quiet voice that somehow still echoes like a shout, reconsider your god. And he's doing the same on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he physically can't succeed, but I will try for him nonetheless. Yeah, he also rolled a 5, and therefore just stands there, rooted to the spot, and sort of starts backing away. He will draw a sword from his side, a saber, but his hand's like shaking and his knuckles are white on it. That will bring us to top of the round, actually. It's Alice and Tristan again. It's Alice and Tristan again. So, Alice.
He's going to try to finish this guy off.
Okay.
Like, after she stabbed him, she's going to pull it out, try to spin it again, and do another slash, and try to, like, finish him off.
Okay, make your attack. He's going to attempt parry.
Oh.
He got a slightly better level of success as he just brings down this truncheon and parries your sword aside and then just clocks you across the jaw and you stumble back, feeling your teeth rattling in your skull as you take 11 points of damage.
Would that be lessened because I have 2 points of natural armor?
Yes, it would. So it's 9 points of damage. Is that it? You've got another action?
You know what? Yes. let's give it another shot.
Okay,
Hopefully I'll
you're
roll
at
higher this
-2
time.
penalty, but he has used his defensive action.
Okay. Oh, right, that's under here. So you used to go into the skill one. -2. Ooh, 15. 4 levels of success, 12 damage.
Okay. With that, you slash him across the throat, and he just stumbles back, clutching at his throat as blood pours between his fingers, and he just drops to the ground.
She's gonna do the thing where she flicks the blood off and then resheaths it.
Okay. Tristan.
Tristan looks at the two brutes, and then for a moment it's just Tristan, and he shrugs, and then it's the ghostly-eyed face again, and it's just like, go. And he's gonna yeah.
As they just sort of turn and start sprinting. They're going for the gate. They aren't even going for one of the buildings. They're going for the gate. They're attempting to leave the compound. With that, you've got another action. Is there?
I hold it, and I'm just following Skip.
Okay. Oliviera.
Yes.
You are making it back up the stairs towards the others.
Mm-hmm.
As you reach the top of the stairs, there is a shadow in the light coming down from the floor above, and it looks, as you look up, a man, long-thrown cassock, with a truncheon in his hand, is looking down at you.
Okay. Quick question. Are we heading back up towards the... Was I made aware of where Nathaniel was going? The Cardinal's office?
Because you were originally taken there and then brought down. So
cool, so I know that all my stuff is there.
From you, yeah.
And that's where I'm heading towards.
Okay.
Cool.
Yes, I mean, you're reaching the ground floor. He is one floor up from you. So he's on the first floor, you reaching the ground floor, and there is a figure at the top of the stairs looking down at you.
I'm not going to rush him or anything. I'm just going to wait and see what he does. I'll hold off for a second. Just kind of look at him.
Yeah, you can take your extra action to be a defensive one later.
Yeah, let me do that.
That will bring us to Katrin, who comes up behind you, and again is just going to sort of ready herself defensively and sort of take a step back, but sort of hold the truncheon ready in her hand. Mm-hmm. Which will bring us to the Cardinal, who is going to sprint down the corridor, duck into a side room, and that is going to be everything for him for now. Edmund. So you've just seen Alice stab and then slash a man across the throat, and as far as you can tell, Tristan's just essentially using mind powers to make people piss themselves, as far as you can see.
Yep, they appear to have this covered. would be my kind of conclusion. I'm not going to be able to keep up with them, and so I'm going to go into the building, tailing after Skip. I'm presuming I saw a sufficient direction he went in to be able to follow after him.
Yes. And Tristan sort of headed in to go after Skip as well, so you're both sort of heading in. You reach into this sort of long corridor. You can see at the other end there appears to be a man with a truncheon in his hand looking down the stairs. He looks to be raising it above his shoulder as he goes. What would you like to do?
Cool. Skip is ahead of me?
Yes. Not by far. I would say you could catch him up if you needed to.
As I am running towards this person, again, I may not have sufficient space, time, or whatever to do this, but I'll see how we go. As I'm running towards this person, this figure at the top of the stairs, I want to shout ahead to Skip and shout "Parrot," with the intention of Skip jumping up to kind of put him off balance. And then I want to barge into him with the objective of being basically as 1-2 combo, push him down the stairs. Is what I'd like to try and achieve.
I will say Skip will take his turn early to cooperate on this with you, effectively, so he will not get his turn later.
Yep.
But yes, could you make me a strength athletics roll, please? But you get a +2 bonus for Skip putting him off balance.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Oh, 1 level of success.
He doesn't see it coming, and he stood at the top of the stairs. So Skip runs forward, jumps, lands on this man's shoulder. He sort of comes off bars for a second, at which point you just put your shoulder into his back, and he just rolls down the stairs. I'm going to say he takes 10 points of damage from that. As Oliviera and Katrin stood at the bottom of the stairs in this sort of half-point landing, you see this man tumble down the stairs, and then stood behind him are Skip and Edmund at the top of the stairs, looking down at the both of you.
Hello?
I'm going to take the opportunity before we move on to just go, this way, quick as you like.
Are we heading further up the stairs then, or?
I'd say you can, on your turn, get up the stairs and just step over this guy who's now sort of groaning at your feet. Which will bring us to Nathaniel.
Cardinal went into a side room. He's gonna, while keeping his eye on that door, first pick up the bag and anything that might have fallen out of it, put it back in. Grab the book, put that in as well. And Oliviera's glasses, they also fell in this room, right?
They fell on the stairs outside of this room.
The stairs outside. Okay, never mind then. Then I'm just gonna grab all of that and then start walking towards that side room. But I'm gonna wait outside and keep my gun trained on the entrance in case he comes out. But I'm not gonna go in just yet.
Okay. That will bring us to the man at the bottom of the stairs is going to groan and pick himself up. And then he's going to grab his truncheon and make a swing for probably Oliviera, actually, because she stood closest to him.
Mm-hmm. Can I use my action to defend myself against that?
Yeah, you can attempt to dodge or you can attempt to parry. I would say because you aren't currently armed with a big weapon, I'd say you need to dodge realistically.
Yeah, I'll attempt to dodge. I've never dodged before. It's exciting. Bum, bum, bum.
Fortunately, you just rolled 4 levels of success.
Oh no.
Yeah, it did not roll well. It's fine. I rolled a 6.
Oh.
You rolled a 6, and as this truncheon comes down towards your head, Katrin just goes, "No!" and raises her hands, at which point a flare of green light appears between you and him as his truncheon ricochets back off a shield, and you take 3 points of damage rather than the other 13 you otherwise would have taken.
Oh my good lord.
Of that.
She looks down at her hands in shock. That will bring us to Skip has taken his action. So Alice, opposite you, 2 more people come out of the doors, both of them wielding crossbows, and they will level them at you.
Okay, so the other 2 went off. Are they
They are heading over the horizon. They are sprinting out of dodge as fast as they can go. Okay,
cool. I think the group should stay together, so I'm going to follow them.
Yeah. You duck inside the door. Probably wise, given these people have ranged weapons. And as you do, you just hear a thunk, thunk on the other side of the door from you.
Right. Once I meet up with all the others, I'm going to say, they have crossbows. We should probably either go or getting close. Either way.
Tristan.
So I'm right behind Edmund and them, right?
Correct.
I can see what's going. Does it look like this guy is going to be a problem for letting... Are Oliviera and Katrin past him? Are they over
on
him?
the other side of him from you.
I would like to throw a knife, not to hit him, but as basically delivering the message.
First, make me an attack roll with the knife, and then I will use that as a modifier to a willpower influence roll by way of intimidation.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 5 levels of success for the knife throw. Can I get it, like, right between his fingers, like...
I will say you're able to... In fact, I will give you a little bit of license. You can knock the truncheon out of his hand.
And then he looks back up to me because of it, and I'm just like... I tilt my head slightly, and the eyes flash over white.
He just stands to one side. Let's... Nope, you're witch. You take her. We don't... And with that, Oliviera, and it's your go. You can just go past this guy now. He is flattening himself against the wall to let you through.
I'd like to go past the guy, please. I'd like to go up the stairs. Before I head up, you said he's flattening himself against the wall, as in like in terror, or?
As in like I'm not getting in their way, please trust me, don't hurt me.
Just like to lean in and be like, well done. It could have been far worse. And then go up the stairs. Towards where I need to get to, where all my stuff is.
Yeah.
And following, I'm assuming Edmund and Skip have already headed up, beckoned us up, and we're following? Yeah.
Yep, Edmund's offering a hand down to get you both up.
I allow Katrin to take the hand should she need it, because she is in a far weaker state than I am.
I would say you would probably let Katrin go first, so Katrin's the next action. She will move up.
Yeah. And then just keep going. But I'm kind of bringing up the rear and making sure that no one is following us to take us by surprise. So I'm kind of backing up the stairs rather than just kind of clattering up them.
Okay. So
can I just...
Yes.
Sorry. Just there was one thing I realized, and I kind of forgot to bring it up before. Since I have a second action, I was going to hold that one, and it's going to be triggered when those guys who have the bows, when they come into view, I basically am like holding my action until then. Okay, I'm keeping an eye out for them.
So I'll say you've gone inside the building. They are stood on the other side of the courtyard, so they would need to move across the courtyard to get to you.
Okay.
That will bring us to... I've given yourself a little bit there. That is the Cardinal's go. Nathaniel, he doesn't come out of the room.
Okay.
Which will bring us to Edmund.
Edmund is going to offer down a hand to Katrin Sato, and the assumption that Edmund is working on at the moment is his objective is get Katrin out, and that is going to be his singular focus, and he will work with Katrin on her actions in order to make that happen and let everyone else do what they're doing.
Understood. Let's say that you can effectively help her move through the space. Yeah. So you're able to get her up and down the corridor back towards Alice and your point of egress.
And Skip is coming with me as well.
Yeah. Skip will be bodyguarding. Skip will take a moment to look down the stairs and growl at the other guy, and then follow along after you, like pip, 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 pip. At which point we will reach Nathaniel.
Have I heard or seen any of this commotion, or is that too far away still?
I'd say you can hear it. It's downstairs. You've heard Skip barking. You've heard Katrin yell.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard the muffled voices of some of your companions downstairs.
Mm-hmm. On one hand, we need to get Katrin out. On the other hand, letting an order of murderers and torturers live to come and hunt us afterwards is not a good idea. So Nathaniel is going to go inside and carefully enter the doorway in a way that, if the Cardinal has a gun, I want to have the first shot and not the other way around.
I'm going to say the way the action economy in this isn't going to allow for you to just
Fair
determine
and
you have
valid.
the first shot.
That's okay. I'll just go in.
As you open the door, a crossbow bolt flies at your throat.
Can I?
You can't parry a crossbow bolt with a gun. You need to dodge.
Fair. I'll dodge.
You roll a 15 for 4 levels success.
Oh.
You take the crossbow bolt in your shoulder and stumble back. You have taken 20 points of damage. It is sticking out of your shoulder. You still have an action.
I'm just changing my life points. Give me a second. Yes. I'm gonna fire back. I have to fire back. Yeah. Not trauma pointing this one. Let's see how it goes. That's fine. 13 for 3 levels of success.
We'll see how his dodge goes.
Ooh, not good enough.
He takes the bullet in his chest and stumbles back, slamming against the window, which cracks and bows out behind him with the force of the impact. He is still standing, and he starts pulling back the draw on the crossbow. I will say, upstairs, those of you who are in the building can hear the gunshot.
Okie dokie.
That will bring us to the people outside look to be effectively readying crossbow shots at the building. Alice, you can see that from where you are.
Okay, so they're not coming inside.
No.
Okay.
Skip is holding his actions to deal with anyone who approaches Katrin or Edmund. Back at the top of the round, that is Alice.
Well, we already used the bombs, so that's not going to be a good... So the guard at the bottom stairs only has a truncheon, right?
Oh, the guard at the stairs has no truncheon. The truncheon is currently pinned against the wall by one of Tristan's throwing daggers.
Oh, right, of course.
The guard at the bottom of the stairs has the will to live, and that is what is currently winning out over everything else.
Okay. I'm going to turn to Oliviera and say, Dr. Rice, may I borrow your derringer?
I do not currently have it on me.
Oh,
it's
dear.
in my bag up in the Cardinal's office. But when we get there, you may.
I'm just thinking of those gentlemen out there readying crossbows for when we leave.
You're familiar with firearms?
Oh, yes.
I'm going to say you won't have had time for this little conversation. You need to move along.
Sorry. In that case... Okay, she's going to go up and try... I will try to go to find Father Wolf. Won't be hard to find, I think. And she's gonna go up the stairs to go and get him.
You can dash up the stairs. When you reach the top of the stairs, you see Nathaniel with his revolver pointed through an open doorway. There is still blue gun smoke sort of hovering in the air, and his cassock is darkening with blood from the crossbow bolt that's currently embedded in his shoulder.
I can't get into the room, can I? Not with this level of dash?
You can reach the top of the stairs, I'm going to say.
Okay, that'll have to do.
Tristan.
I don't suppose it's too much to ask that this monastery has a bolt hole somewhere.
If it does, you may not. You don't know where it is.
Yeah. So they're outdoors. They're aiming crossbow bolts in here.
They're aiming at the door of the building that you are inside. Yes.
Okay. So what I would like to do is I would like to use my first action from the side to fake out opening the door.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I'm baiting their shots.
One comes in.
One comes in?
Just slams into the stone opposite you and shatters.
Can I do a moving shot with my bow on the next one?
Yeah, I mean, you get... Yeah, he's going to take a shot at you. You get to dodge.
Yeah.
You can take a shot at him. Yeah.
Yep. That's about the idea that I got, so...
He rolled 11 for 2 levels of success.
Oh. Well, I rolled a 17 for 5, so... Oh, no, that's the attack. I need to dodge.
Yeah, that's your attack. Do you want to dodge? He will attempt to dodge as well.
Yes.
Actually, no, I'm going to say he's fairly static, actually, in holding his action. He's probably not going to dodge.
Let's see. Dodge. Dodge basically... Where's the... There it is. Wait. That can't be firing. Is it only a 5?
The maneuver rating doesn't show correctly, but it does calculate correctly, just FYI.
Okay. Thank you. Also a 15 to dodge.
You manage to roll out of the door. The bolt skitters off the step where you were just about to land, and then come up with your bow and loose a shot. And it just zips across the courtyard and just sinks into this guy's chest, and he just stumbles back, and you can see blood splatter against the wall behind him. You hit him. You hit him really solidly.
Does the roll carry me through?
I will say it carries you through. You're effectively out and in a degree of cover from like a hedge, so that you're able to cover the others as they come out.
Yep.
That will bring us to Oliviera.
Okay. Am I still heading upstairs?
If you want to, it's up to you.
Okay. Is there any kind of direct threat that would prevent me from continuing doing what I'm doing?
Not in this room. There is something outside, and you have heard the gunshot upstairs. There is no one in this corridor with you. The guy who was on the stairs has gone down. He has gone away from you all.
I want to keep heading up and try to get my stuff. Try and get my derringer in my bag.
You can get up to the top of the stairs. You see Alice is at the top of the stairs as well. Stood there is Nathaniel. He has a crossbow bolt sticking out of his shoulder and your bag in one hand, the revolver in another, pointing into a open door that you can't see through from where you are.
Okay. Just to check, out of game for a second. You are taking the full advantage of the leather armor, right? That is something that you've got equipped. Amazing. So can I tell whether the did you say crossbow bolt or did you say arrow? Sorry. Crossbow bolt is, can I tell whether the injury there is superficial or whether it's something that needs instantly tending to?
Given your knowledge in doctor, it's a wound. It's not mortal, but it's a serious wound.
Okay, cool. I am going to, with his permission, take my bag from him. And if I have time, if there's no imminent... Is there imminent threat is what I'm trying to determine as
Given
to whether
the
I
way
can patch
he's
him up.
holding the revolver, I will say you can intuit there is an imminent threat. You will not have time to do a doctor roll on this turn.
Good. I will intuit that there is an imminent threat, and I will gesture towards the door with a kind of... in there, kind of mouthing, just like, is the person we need to attack in there, is what I'm getting at.
The short nod, yeah.
I will say you will have enough time to grab the bag, but that's going to be the extent of it this turn.
Okay, cool. I now have the bag with everything in it, including the gun. And I'm prepping for what I need to do next.
Perfect. That will bring us to Katrin, who is going to, with Edmund, move up to the door and sort of peek her head out briefly, just to sort of see, and then duck back in cover. But she will stay there and will put her action towards defensive fighting this turn. That will take us to the Cardinal, who is going to reload his crossbow. That is his action. That will bring us to Edmund.
Yeah, I'm going to continue sticking by Katrin's side, leading her out as much as I'm able to, being on eyes on a swivel, sticking with Skip.
Keeping your actions for the defensive, then.
Yes.
Nathaniel.
One more shot in the Cardinal. And if that doesn't kill him, I'm getting back out of that room. I am
He's making a shot. He's going to attempt to dodge.
19 for 5 levels of success. That's the best I could do without a drama point.
Your shot takes him right in the sternum. The window blows out behind him and he is propelled out into the night. Those of you on the ground floor hear a sound as he lands brutally on the other side of the building.
Oh, wonderful. And he's gonna... What kind of room is this? Is it... Because he picked up a crossbow here. Is this like an armory?
It looks like an armory.
Oh, yes.
Quick perception roll for things that might be useful that don't take long to grab.
Halberds, spears, swords, shields. There's some armor, but it would take too long to don.
Shield.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been fired at once, I will not be fired at again while we're fleeing this place. So I'm taking one of those, and that's it.
You may equip a shield. It will give you a +2 against an attack in terms of defense. In terms of, you can effectively dodge with it with a +2 once.
Okay.
And you're heading down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The 2 brutes are going to take crossbow shots. Actually, no, they're not. They're going to reload their crossbows. That is what they're going to do, because crossbows are not as efficient as guns. Skip is bouncing from foot to foot, waiting to go in that slightly impatient, like, I'm a well-trained dog who's doing what I'm told, but also I need to run. Alice.
Okay, so first things first. Obviously, there are no guns in the armory, because he would have used that. But right now, she's using a sword cane, which is on loan. So she's going to take a quick look. I want to see if there's one that would serve as a good replacement sword.
There's a few nice sabers.
Okay, anything a little lighter,
No, this is not concealable weaponry.
Well, might as well see how it works out. She's gonna take one of the sabers.
Okay.
And then she's gonna head down the stairs following Nathaniel.
Okay. Tristan.
Tristan is currently undercover in a hedge, right?
Yes.
Tristan, and when you said that we heard this sickening crunch sound, does that mean that he kind of fell? Was the fact that the Cardinal fell visible to these two?
No, because that's the other side of the building.
Okay. Even still, I think I'm going to Aura Farm. Tristan swaps the bow to his offhand, draws the cavalry saber, and as they are reloading, he just approaches them perfectly placidly, and he's going to look at each one in turn.
Okay,
and he's going to use an action each.
Okay. I mean, the thing is, they don't have the stats to resist this effect, but I'm going to roll them anyway.
Listen, do you know how many of these I've run into who are just immune to this?
And it's a -4 for each of them, correct?
-5.
Yeah. No, that was 0 levels of success. It's also going to be 0 levels of success.
On a 1.
As they just drop the crossbows they're trying to reload and just sprint around the side of the building and run. As you just lock eyes with them, and they are gripped by an unparalleled fear of you.
And Tristan just keeps kind of approaching, he's just sauntering.
You can hear the sound of hoofbeats approaching the gate. And with that, there are no active threats anymore. So
we win!
You are able to barrel out of the building into the night as Margaret comes through the gate in their carriage and just makes a wide arc through the courtyard. Get in! And you are able to barrel towards her. Everyone getting on the carriage?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, on the way up, did I also grab my glasses? Was I able to get them?
I will give you. You're able to snatch up your glasses. One of the lenses is cracked, but you're able to grab your glasses as you make your way back down. As you all just sprint out into the night.
Nathaniel has a reason to stay.
Oh, go on, Nathaniel.
Huh?
Well, Father Sullivan wouldn't be there when he came back. Which means he's on his way here. Not gonna wait here. Nathaniel's gonna get in the carriage. But if there's another carriage on that road, Nathaniel is gonna be the first one out, and you best believe it. Okay.
You run forward. I'm going to say not everyone's going to fit into this carriage. It is smaller, but you're able to... Oliviera barrels in, Katrin barrels in, Skip jumps up onto the front next to Margaret and sort of sits there because he's used to driving carriages now, and Edmund can get up beside him.
I'm gonna, if I can, I'd like to do a little thing. So I'm happy for the carriage to leave without me, and I'll kind of catch everyone back at the matchstick factory.
Okay. I'm going to say there are other people here who are going to be responding still. Like, this is not a safe place to stop.
Oh, okay, never mind then. That's fine. In that case, I will just pile onto the carriage.
Yeah.
We'll get on the back.
Yeah. Nathaniel and Tristan jump on the back, and Alice, I will say, jumps into the door and closes it behind her as Margaret cracks the reins and the carriage starts to drive away as crossbow bolts start zipping from upper windows towards the carriage as the people in the buildings have spotted what's happening and heard the gunshots. One zips towards Nathaniel, at which point you just see, leaning out of the carriage, her hand outstretched, Katrin, and a green shield just deflects it and it skitters away into the night as you disappear into the night outside the Kirkstone Monastery. And as you're riding away, several of the monks fleeing, one of whom goes under the hooves due to a swerve by Margaret, you escape into the night, having rescued Katrin Sato. And that is where we will call Lanterns of London, episode 12. Thanks for joining us all. See you next week.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.